Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope everyone is doing well. Talking about today, specifically about Kaspa, 12 cents at the time of this video. We are seeing the trading volume up around 45%, which is good to see. $326 million in trading volume. But like I said, 12 cents for Kaspa. Last 7 days, right here, you can see in the red, similar to a lot of altcoins, right? Very similar charts to a lot of altcoins. Again, want to reiterate, as I've been talking about the last couple of videos, market conditions here. We see a ton of altcoins in the red over the last 7 days, last 24 hours, right? So again, it's nothing specific to Kaspa at all, really, in my opinion. But we are, again, just seeing these market conditions just get absolutely wrecked. Altcoins in general just getting absolutely crushed across the board. All right, it's really, I don't want to say it's nothing new, but Kaspa here, 44th largest crypto in the world by market cap. You can see, all the red that we are currently in the market, right? You guys just absolute dump off. Again, these things happen, and I think for some people, depending on your mindset, it's an opportunity to capitalize, to DCA into these projects, to continue to invest your money, whatever your, size of the money you're looking to invest, whatever it may be. These are opportunities to eat the dips, right? Again, want to reiterate that this is a long-term play, specifically Kaspa, right? Like Kaspa, of all the cryptos I probably talk about on this channel, is a long-term play. Like at the end of the day, like it is the epitome of an altcoin. It's the epitome of a long-term play. It's the epitome of a buy and hold, right? You're not buying Kaspa, and you probably, maybe there are people that have made some money on Kaspa, but it definitely wasn't in, 2 or 3 week period. Hold Kaspa for months. Anyways, I just want to talk about Kaspa today and kind of what it would mean for Binance and Coinbase listing for Kaspa. Obviously, would be huge. Let's just get into it. First video I ever made on Kaspa, by the way, you guys, at 1 cent, back here, well over 1 whole year ago, June 8th, 2023, made the first video on Kaspa. 268 views in that video. But coming back here, let's go back to Kaspa real quick. If we look at like the exchanges that are currently the Kaspa is on, Bybit, BitGet, Kraken are the top 3. KuCoin, MEXC, Gate.io, BingX, Bitmart, LBank, XT are the top 10. Now, the average investor, right, if I were to go somewhere to the mall and be like, oh, do you hold crypto, right? The average investor is not buying crypto on any of these exchanges except for maybe Kraken. But even the Kraken, they're only seeing 2.8 million of the 24-hour trading volume. So Kraken is not doing anything for Kaspa. I've talked about it in previous videos that it needs a tier 1 listing. Obviously, people consider Kraken a tier 1 listing, but it needs Coinbase or Binance to list Kaspa. It's just the fact of the matter. I mean, if you talk about the tech, you talk about the infrastructure, you talk about the utility of Kaspa, it's elite, right? We know this already. Proof of work, everything that comes along with it. It has its own there's KRC20 meme coins, right, that exist that are making people a ton of money, right? These are all KRC20 tokens, Kaspa tokens here, built on Kaspa, that are making people a ton of money. So I don't know what it is why Coinbase, Binance haven't listed Kaspa. I'm not saying that's not in the works to eventually happen, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen for Kaspa to reach levels that I think holders, investors want Kaspa to reach, and the potential that it can essentially reach. I'm going to go over a series of tweets here. I'll put links to all these tweets in the description below this video. These are just pertaining to Kaspa, and I think are great insight. Well, first, Kaspa, they put this tweet out for Kraken. Oh, I do want to share this real quickly. Kaspa got listed on Kraken back on November 19th. Here we are almost an entire month later, and Kraken's still only seeing 2.8 million of the total trading volume. Like Bybit and BitGet, I'm gonna be honest, I've never been on either one of those exchanges in my life, right? Let me know in the comments below if you guys trade on those exchanges. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those exchanges, but the average investor, depending on where you are in the world, obviously plays a role too. They're not buying on these exchanges. They would buy on Kraken, but you can see here Kraken's only seeing 2.8 million of the total trading volume of Kaspa. Kaspa Kev on Twitter reached out to Paul, explained why Kaspa doesn't meet Coinbase's standards. We'll stop asking for a spot listing because this person put out, or Paul is a Coinbase rep. When an asset no longer meets our listing standards, we will drop it. When the asset can meet or exceed market requirements without sacrificing the standards, we will list it. So there's just a lot of curiosity as to why Coinbase hasn't listed Kaspa, because there's obviously a ton of potential and there's obviously a ton of trading volume across the board with Kaspa, but 325 million in the last 24 hours. You would think Coinbase would want a piece of this. Kaspa at 3.8 billion market cap versus Bitcoin at 1.94 trillion, right? Kind of the differences. We know this. This comes back to me talking about the utility and the technologicals, that the technology side, or I guess the blockchain side, or the actual just like real world side of Kaspa, besides listings and things like that. It is better than Bitcoin. Just when you consider all of these different factors. Go ahead and pause the video here. Next tweet is the man with a ball. Some interesting research that I've come across with a couple crypto projects struggled around 4 billion market cap for a while before breaking out massively to 100 plus billion. We're seeing the exact same thing happen with Kaspa. I think this has happened obviously historically with cryptos that have gone over 100 billion. Ethereum, Cardano, Kaspa is right here, right? So very similar. We talked about it before. Kaspa is tied to both these projects. Charles Hoskinson, Jonathan Sambolitsky, the founder of Kaspa, wrote the original Ghost protocol in the Ethereum white paper. Vitalik Buterin, right? They're all friends. They all know each other. They've all kind of worked together in some capacity. So this is an interesting tweet here. Again, I'll put a link to this tweet in the description below. And then Ski Bum Trading. Again, shout out to Ski Bum Trading. OG, one of the first Twitter users that really, really put me on game when it came to Kaspa. Highly recommend following him if you're a holder of Kaspa or you're interested in Kaspa. Look at the volume MEXC is doing with Kaspa, because they're one of the first to list it. Imagine if Binance listed Kaspa when MEXC did, you guys would have made millions of dollars in fees. And that's true. Like Kaspa would be generating a lot of money for Coinbase, for Binance, right? MEXC sees 98.47 billion in 24-hour trading volume. Those type of fees that these I guess these exchanges like Binance and Coinbase, they're missing out. So I think there's some underlying reason why these exchanges won't list Kaspa. But when we talk about Kaspa in this bull market, right? Let's say perfect scenario, perfect world here. Binance and Coinbase both list Kaspa next month, right? Let's just say that, for example. Let's just say so much money is flowing, right? Kaspa, altcoin season's here. Kaspa has, all the tier 1 exchanges. Let's just talk about where Kaspa could potentially go, right? We're talking Kaspa's at they're on a $3 billion mark. $3 billion market cap right now, I believe. What was it at? 3.25 billion. Let's put Kaspa at a $22 billion market cap at Tron's current market cap, because if we're talking about things like that, it's still 7x, right? Tron's all-time high, which is around 35 billion, $1.41, 11x, right? Kaspa, if it does get tier 1 exchange listings here, again, that is just my opinion, not financial advice, I think it could go anywhere from $2 to $4 in this next bull market, because altcoin season is going to come. If Kaspa does have those tier 1 listings, the accessibility for many people when they do find out about Kaspa, because it's like, to a degree, we could say Kaspa hasn't even had like real true price discovery from like retail traders, right? Like truly. And we talk about Kaspa at like, obviously just something crazy like at Solana, like $100 billion market cap. This is just going to show you how like $2 to $4 is attainable, just given how like the market cap of Solana at 100 billion would be $3.98, almost $4, right? So that's like peak in my opinion. Like that's where it would max out. Like I can't see it in my opinion going higher than $4, which is again around like a 30x from the current price. So again, take that with a grain of salt. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. But I just wanted to make this video to talk about how it desperately needs Coinbase or Binance listing to reach these levels right here. Without Coinbase or Binance, I don't think it can hit $3 in my opinion. I just don't see it happening. And that's just me being truthful. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about Kaspa. Obviously, I do remain bullish because the infrastructure, like I said, going back to this tweet here. Pause the video. Take a look at this if you need to. Right, this speaks volumes for Kaspa and what it is as a project, the catalyst in the project. But it does need the help of Coinbase and Binance if it wants to reach these levels. Hit that subscribe button. You guys drop a like on this video, and as always, have a great day.